Title: My sister called me her backup parent and banned me from dating because it would distract me from my responsibilities. Start: I didn't snap when she said it. I remember the moment clearly, the way Sarah stood in the doorway, arms crossed like she was delivering a verdict I had no right to appeal. "You're basically their backup parent," she said. "You don't have time for distractions like dating. We need you focused. We." As if responsibility was something she shared. I just nodded, calm, understanding, accepting the role she carved for me. She mistook my silence for obedience. She always did. When Mom died, I was 20. Sarah was 27, already married, already claiming she had her own life and family to manage. So the younger siblings became mine. Homework, meals, school runs, tears, illnesses. I stepped in because someone had to. She visited on weekends. She smiled. She praised my strength. She never lifted the weight. Over the years, I became the dependable one, the stable one, the one who didn't complain. She liked that version of me best, the quiet sibling who held the world together while she wandered around calling herself a martyr. The shift started small. A text she didn't mean for me to see. A message thread with her husband complaining that I was too independent lately, that my social life was a threat to stability, that they needed me locked into the family role. Another message: if she starts dating, she'll stop taking the kids so much. We can't let that happen. We can't let that happen. I stared at the screen, the words slicing deeper than expected. It wasn't just manipulation, it was strategy. She had been planning to box me in. And the day she banned me from dating, that wasn't spontaneous. That was the execution. The anger didn't explode. It condensed, sharp, cold, useful. I shifted from hurt sibling to patient architect. I didn't confront her. That would have been too loud, too easy. Instead, I studied her. Sarah loved control more than family. She loved her reputation even more. Slowly, quietly, I built my revenge on the pillars of her own weakness. First, I gathered evidence. Screenshots, call recordings, voice messages where she guilt-tripped me into taking the kids on nights she lied about work emergencies. Financial statements showing she used Mom's pension fund, my share included, to pay for her vacations. Second, I did something she never expected. I documented every hour I spent caring for the kids over the years. Dates, times, responsibilities, a quiet ledger of sacrifice. Third, I met with a lawyer. I didn't go to destroy her, at least not yet. I just asked about boundaries, custody, financial exploitation, emotional coercion. He looked at the documents and said one word: solid. Fourth, I prepared my exit. A new apartment, a new job with flexible hours, a bank account Sarah didn't know existed, a babysitting schedule I stopped agreeing to. And finally, my masterpiece. I planned her public unmasking. Not dramatic, not explosive, just precise. The first crack appeared when I stopped saying yes. Sarah texted, "Can you take the kids tonight? Emergency." I replied, "No, I have plans." She called within seconds, voice sharp. "What plans?" "It doesn't matter," I said. "I'm not available." The silence on her end wasn't confusion. It was shock, her control slipping. Over the next month, she spiraled. She told relatives I was abandoning the family. I stayed silent. I let her build her own narrative, right up until the family reunion. That was phase 2. I walked into the gathering with a flash drive in my pocket. I didn't need to show everything, just enough. When Sarah started ranting about my irresponsibility, I calmly connected my laptop to the TV. Her face drained when she saw the first screenshot appear. Her messages: she needs to stay single. She's easier to manage when she feels needed. We can't let her have freedom. The room froze. Someone whispered, "What is this?" I showed timestamps, call logs, voice messages, receipts from the pension fund she drained. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't accuse. I simply presented facts like a surgeon placing organs on a tray. Sarah's husband looked like he'd swallowed cement. My aunts stared at her as if seeing her for the first time. She stammered, denials, excuses, lies collapsing in real time. Then came my final reveal, a letter from my lawyer outlining her misuse of funds and the legal consequences. I didn't have to file it, just showing it was enough. The room turned cold around her. Her control died in the silence. I walked out before she could speak. She called later, voicemail after voicemail, crying, begging, apologizing, threatening, begging again. I didn't respond. Her husband moved out 2 weeks later, not because of me, but because the exposure unveiled years of manipulations he hadn't seen. Relatives stopped trusting her. She became the cautionary tale in every whispered conversation. She tried to repair her image, but reputations crack like glass. Once broken, they don't return to their original shape. Meanwhile, I lived quietly, deliberately, freely. I didn't ruin her, I just revealed her. I took the mask she forced me to wear, dutiful, silent, sacrificial, and placed it back on her face in front of everyone. I finally started dating. I built a life that wasn't shaped by obligation. Sometimes, when my phone buzzes late at night, I still see her name. I still ignore it. People think revenge is about destruction. It isn't. It's about balance. She tried to lock my life into a role that suited her. She forgot that even the quiet ones can burn down a kingdom without raising their voice. And I did. Calmly, precisely, beautifully. I'm not her backup parent anymore. I never was. I was the storm she thought she controlled. And she learned, finally, that storms answer to no one.